Laterally, we found all this stuff. Well, there might be a reason, you think? We're talking muscles now for the most part. Think about what comes off of that side. Everybody, give me a gun here. All right? We can see lots of things, even on those of us that have none. But there are a lot of things that come right into some of those lines we just drew. And so we're going to talk about how to get there. The brachioradialis, what's its action? Flexes the elbow with what position does the forearm need to be in? Neutral. There you go. So, sit for me. So I want her, this is not an arm wrestling, this is a pull towards you. So that I get, this is what I want to see, okay? Because if I have her, now pull, I don't get that, okay? So the action, you have to have them in forearm neutral, okay? So relax. So we're going to outline that. Where does it originate from? Alrighty. Well, we know where we're headed then. So, okay, pull just a little bit. Okay, relax. This takes just a little while. Relax. I feel like your fingers are picking my nose. Just kind of keep that constant. Nice, easy. There you go. So I'm going to outline as it courses up, and we know it's going to the ridge. And it's going to be the top of our brachioradialis. The nice thing is we can just kind of course our way down. And so below that, extensor carpi radialis longus. Picture the difference between longus and brevis. Where'd my guy go? My arm guy that you were looking at. That arm. Yeah. There's some brevis. That's a very good picture. That's all right. We have to think about one of them. How? Right. First of all, what are their action? If we just talk about extensor carpi radialis, longus brevis combination. Extension with. There you go. Extension with a little bit of radial deviation. So this time, when I ask her to actually activate the muscle to try to get it to pop up, I'm going to have her extend and somewhat radially deviate. So just relax. So I'm going to have her do that. So push up into my hand, that direction, back towards me. There you go. And so I'm going to come down and feel till I feel the beginning activation of that. Okay, relax. I much like to feel like I'm on stage. We know we're going back to the ridge with it. Again, flex. That way. I don't know what action it is. So I've got a muscle belly that I'm trying to find. All right? But you've got to picture what that is. How wide is that muscle belly going to be? Not wide. Right, it's not. Look, it's not. Look at your book. It's not. Find the page that's got, it's on the back side of the next one. Get an idea of what you're looking for right now. I think that will help. See how it is not very wide. It's kind of a triangular shape. Starts out at the ridge, but it's got a little bit of a muscle belly, and then it just kind of disappears. So that's, again, don't draw what you don't feel, but if you have an idea of what you're supposed to be feeling, it sure does make it a lot easier. So again, same movement. So I'm going to find where that pops up. Next. And just trace it across. Okay, we know it's not very wide, but that's going to be extension carpi radialis longus. Now, below that is what? Okay, so should be the same action, right? So how does it tell me that I should I tell the difference? Read through that just a second. I'm going to give you just a minute because I want you to think about it before I get there. What one thing did I say would be an important landmark that we know it's going to? Extensor carpi radialis brevis. Bingo! One of the first things we said. It would become an important landmark, and it is the one of the sites of the extensor carpi radialis brevis where it attaches. So that gives us something to work off of. Now I can have her do that same motion and with the wrist.
You want me to
Ready? Ulnar deviate, wrist extension. Okay. Come on a second here. But you're taking it away from me. I can't see it. So, there's where I know I'm started. I feel a little distally. Now I'm going to cover up radial head when I do this. These pins do that. If you sit there and hold them, they weep. That's a nice way to put it. And that's fixing to make a mess. You're going to have to lay your arm over just a little bit. Sorry, we had a weeping pin.
Zen said you could borrow his.
Yeah, go for it. They're okay. It's just you just can't hold them very long in one position or they begin to drain. So, I don't know. All right. It talks about playing the piano. We any piano players in here? Okay. Envision yourself doing this. Okay? Now I want you to take your other hand and just lay it on your forearm and see if you can kind of tell where the muscle that controls that is. Put your arm in just, or your wrist in just a little bit of flexion. And try to find the edges there of where that starts and stops as you just play the piano. You start first with just a flat hand, and then you're going to feel it, okay? And then you're going to try to just narrow it down, okay? If we're working on brevis right now, brevis is just above that. If we know we have gone too far distally, or we're at the edge when we hit the part that moves, because the brevis doesn't cause this action to happen, okay? It's between longus and the next one down, which is commutatus, okay? So we know if we're moving, we're not on brevis, right? So, play your piano.